Sorry, we have masks on. We have to take good care of our skin, but yeah.
All right.
So this is my mom.
Hi.
All right. What's the biggest risk that you've ever taken that was dangerous?
Well, I was asked to speak at Stanford to discuss the earthquake that happened in 2010 in Haiti. And they asked me, as an architect, what I would recommend to help rebuild. And I realized that there wasn't a whole lot that I could do, and I decided to go over there shortly after the earthquake. And then I went back again and again, and it totaled about 26 trips, which included me giving up my full-time job, so that was a big risk. But I was really passionate about making a change there. So, and at the time, there were a lot of different things that happened. There was a lot of kidnappings, and a couple of the old dictators came back into
Killings.
the country, which was also scary. And then also being in a foreign country is scary, away from your family. But after 3.5 years, I ended up putting a job creation program together. So I feel it was worth it, but it was a risk that I had to choose to take. Plus, I didn't really want to be away from my family.
What were the type of things that you saw over there after the earthquake, especially?
Well, there was a tremendous amount of, everyone was unsettled. There was massive blocks of concrete in the roads. Homes were pancaked. There were no building standards, so people didn't understand. People had PTSD after it because they kept thinking that there was going to be another earthquake.
Aftershocks and stuff.
And every time there was a tiny little shake, people would scream, and there was a lot of hysteria. Plus, because people lost businesses, they lost loved ones, there was a lot of sadness and a lot of fear, and it caused crime. And then a whole bunch of people came into the country because not everyone wanted to help, but other people decided that they would try to capitalize on the disaster, which people do because there's a lot of money that goes into places that have disasters. And so there was some good and bad, but the people were amazing. The circumstances were very scary at times.
Mm-hmm. Anything you want to share about Haiti and your experiences there?
Well, I think I should share that at the age of 10 that you were there and you went to the JPHRO camp, which was founded by Sean Penn and Academy Award winner. And
Mom.
You worked in the camps and you decided to hang out with other kids your age.
Let's talk about you.
No, but I think it was remarkable because I wanted to show you cool things, but you just wanted to hang out in the camps. And they were dangerous, and I couldn't get you to leave even when it was getting dark.
Mom. Anything else you'd like to share about Haiti?
That's it. I love Haiti.
Okay.
And that was a big risk.
Okay.
Letting you go. Okay.
What's an event that affected you in high school?
Well, I went to Catholic high school and grade school, and I think I lived a pretty sheltered life. I wore little uniforms, and I was very quiet and did everything I was supposed to do. And I became a model when I was in 8th grade, and probably was a little foo-foo. Going into high school, I was like the freshman homecoming queen.
Mom.
No, but I'm just painting the picture, and I dated cute football players and stuff, and so my mom got sick in my junior year, and here I am going on, dressing up, being like the queen of the high school, a tiny little high school, and because she got sick, my father had to make a decision to put me into a public high school, and it was a completely different story than leaving all my friends, leaving what I was comfortable with. So I went to this new school, and they thought that I was pretty prissy, and I soon got the name Barbie doll, and some girls became very jealous, and they would write mean things on my locker. I had a few girls try to beat me up after school. They'd pull my hair, and it was pretty bad. And I remember my mom would come to pick me up, and she was pretty feisty, and she would like try to break up the fights, and she took a few girls into the principal's office and said they're bullying my daughter, and so it made it pretty miserable for me. Another memory I have is that I had always played on the tennis team. I was undefeated in my prior high school, and the typing teacher failed me because I only used 4 fingers to type, and I couldn't play tennis. So that was like the icing on the cake. I was like, what do you mean? I'm like the star tennis player. So that was a pretty bad moment.
So you're saying that bullying affected the way that you learned throughout high school?
Yeah, because
Or
I
at the
hated
end
to
of
go
high
to school. When I was like a straight A student and cheerleader and homecoming queen and tennis star, and then I went to this new high school, and then I started getting bad grades, and I was miserable. And so the bullying had a great effect on the way that I performed. So I got out of there and graduated early. It's like, I'm out of here.
Okay. Okay. What event still affects you today?
Well, I think it's something that I think about every day. And I remember when I was younger, my mom used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. And I remember she used to smoke in the car with us. And I couldn't even breathe at times. And I'd roll down the windows, but it was Colorado, so it was freezing. And I was like, it's better than having the smoke in my face. But it bothered me more because I knew that it was probably going to kill her. She started getting some pretty bad health effects from it when I was like 15, 16. And I remember...
That's what caused her from being sick when you went into high school?
Yeah, that's what happened to her. So it caused an array of things. She had an ulcer, and then she had heart disease from it, and then chronic bronchitis. And then I remember being at the doctor's appointment with her, and the doctor in front of me when I was like 16 said, if you don't stop smoking, you're going to die. And so to me, it was like, duh. Why would you want to leave your kids? Why would you do this? And I understand the effect of addiction because she was addicted. At the time, I didn't know that she was addicted because I just thought that she was making a bad choice. But she was addicted to the nicotine, and she ended up, she was smoking like 2 to 3 packs a day. And I would run after her. I used to cut up her cigarettes. I used to follow her in a car. I used to like hide her cigarettes, and nothing stopped her. And then that's how she died. When I was just turned 19, she went in for something called an angioplasty. And because the nicotine was in her arteries, it had hardened. So when they did this procedure, they tried to clear it out, but it was so sticky like gum that it plugged all of her arteries, and she had a cardiac arrest, and she was 56. So I think about that all the time, and I was very angry for a long time because I thought, well, why would you make this choice? But now I understand that people that have addictions, they don't have control over the choices unless they work very hard. So addiction is a very powerful thing. And my mother loved me more than anything in the world. And for her to choose death over being around me and seeing my kids be born and growing old and, being away from her husband who adored her, I know that the addiction was stronger than anything. But I still know she loves me. But I think about it every day.
Don't make me cry.
I miss her every day. She was super cool. But she smoked.
Okay. God damn. My English class is gonna see this. Okay. Wave goodbye to the camera.
Can I take the mask off now?
Yeah.